Hello Pile One, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card reading today. And today's pick a card reading is about your intention, whatever it is, whatever experience it is that you are wanting to have or manifest, okay? This is a timeless reading, so you can use it, you can come back to it at any time. And it's a general reading overall, so whatever your intention might be, whether that intention is love, marriage, specific person related, business related, finance related, whatever, health related, whatever it may be, this video or this reading is just talking about like energetically, right? So specifically, this reading is to use for those of you who like maybe working with moon magic, whether, you want to work with using the new moon or using the full moon, whatever you feel guided to do. But with this particular reading, we're going to get an idea of where you're at in regard to your manifestation, whether, you're aligned to it or not aligned to it, and what can be done to bridge the gap to call that in. Okay? All right. So pile one. You guys were drawn to, let's see, the rose quartz palm stone. All right, let's get an overall idea. We got thankful. This is gratitude. Gratitude rampage. List 10 things you're thankful for. We also got mending. We have getting grounded. And then let's see, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. The Five of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to actually put these over here for the time being, and we're going to start with the tarot right here because this is going to give us an idea of where you are currently at in regards to whatever your intention might be, pile one. Okay, so King of Wands in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, and then the Ace of Swords. I'm getting an idea that those of you you're having a hard time even knowing what it is you truly want. And for those of you where you know what it is that you want, you're really having a difficult time figuring out what it is you need to do to get what you want. But for those of you where it resonates like you don't even know what you're wanting at this point, we're going to start there. And then the actions themselves, whether it's action or whether it's letting go and surrendering and just, letting things unfold naturally, we'll get to that point. All right. Let's see. Let's clarify first what's going on with the King of Wands in reverse. One more shuffle. Actually, they're saying no. Do one more. All right, one more shuffle. All right, King of Wands in reverse. Clarify King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the Magician in reverse. Do Five of Wands in a reverse. Why is that here? The Devil. And then let's clarify the Ace of Swords in the reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, yeah. Some of you guys are having a hard time really kind of resting. And I mean that in terms of like, because when it comes to manifestation, there's two different energies at play. There's masculine energy, which is all about taking action, correcting things that might need to be corrected. It's all about doing, taking actions, getting results, fixing things, changing things as needed and stuff like that. And then there is feminine energy, which is the polar opposite of that. It's you've known that you've done everything that you need to do, and then it's just resting and letting things unfold. And we have both energies. We got both the Queen of Wands here, and we have the King of Wands, okay? And so I'm just feeling like your guys' energies is all just kind of muddled up. And so what this is letting me know is there might be a lot of confusion when it comes to whatever your intention might be, and there's a call here to get present, okay? To just, if you can't even figure out what it is you're wanting, let alone trying to figure out what action to take. And this is for both camps. If you know what you want, but you don't know what action to take, like you're all confused. And if you are the camp where you don't even know what it is that you want, this is for both of you guys, okay? You need to get present. You need to get grounded into the present moment. With the devil here, clarifying the Five of Wands in reverse, it's like you're not even energetically, I should say, and energetically that's gonna, manifest, that's gonna spill over into mental energy, emotional energy, physical energy. It's just like it affects all of it. It's like right now where you're at energetically in regards to your intention, it's like you're not in any condition to even take any action, even if you wanted to. I'm hearing like we need to go back to square one. We need to go back, present moment. We need to get grounded in the present moment. And it's funny that we do have getting grounded over here, because it's all this energy is coming through. So with the devil, this is talking about self-sabotage, limitations that we're putting on ourselves. And a lot of this can be very subconscious, but a lot of times we know what our blocks are. We know how we're holding ourselves back, right? And this could very well talk about quote unquote inner demons, shadow work, things like that that's needing to be done. There's a lot of things. I'm picking up a lot of chaotic energy. And the way to cut through that chaotic energy is to allow yourself to get grounded in the present moment. That means you harness all of your energy, you bring your mind into the present moment in a way where it's not anchored in the past and what all went wrong and what hasn't been done and what needs to be done, and call it also from the future what needs to be done, what should be done, worries or anxieties about the future, and just grounded in the present moment, okay? Because where you're at right now, you're not in any condition to call anything in. Is because like if you were going to try to manifest anything in right now, your energy is just going to call in more things. It's going to cause you to feel more confused, more stuck, more limited, all of that, okay? Because we have the King and the Queen of Wands here, and these are two separate decks, and we've got the perfect counterparts, but they're both showing up in reverse. And so there is a need here to just stop, right? To just stop and get grounded, learn how to get comfortable in the present moment and deal with whatever is in the here right now, okay? So how do we do that? Because I can see with the Magician in reverse where you're feeling blocked. Like you're constantly manifesting, right? But you might feel like you're manifesting a lot of experiences, or you are attracting to a lot of experiences to you that you just don't want to have. And it's all because the energies at play they're both showing up distorted, like in terms of like feminine energy versus masculine energy. Both of them are turning up distorted, right? They're both in reverse here. So how do we get from point A to point B, right? How do you get from this where you're at right now? And as I'm channeling your guys' energy, like my hands are shaking, and that's not normally like me. So I feel like you guys you're feeling very anxious about something. Some of you might even be feeling panicked about something. And I get where you're coming from. And so for those of you, I feel like you might be facing something where it feels urgent, like maybe the need for whatever that is, it feels urgent. And so literally the energy that's coming through, the guidance that's coming through is like, okay, stop, right? First, like take a deep breath And the call is to get grounded in the moment. If you're needing answers, if you're needing solutions, if you're needing I feel like there's something that you feel that you need. And it's like in the energy that you're in right now, you're not going to receive that. You're not going to receive the help that you need if you don't call all of your energy from the past and from the future and call it into the present moment. Breathe, right? Do some breathing exercises. Close your eyes while you're doing that, because that signals to your nervous system that you're safe, right? That it's safe, you can stop. And so close your eyes, breathe deeply, like deep diaphragmatic breathing. That's going to help to calm your central nervous system down, okay? And deep breaths and breathe. And that's going to allow to start to calm down your central nervous system. The answers that you need are here. They're here, right here in the present moment. And we have to calm down the nervous system. We got to calm it down. As you start to process a lot of this chaotic feelings, these feelings of feeling stuck, maybe these feelings of panic and anxiety and stuff, and we start to clear that away, you're going to create space for the answers to come. Okay. And all of that starts with, we start with getting grounded. And getting grounded means, yes, closing your eyes, breathing. That lets you know that you're safe. Then tell yourself to slow down, because energetically, you're going 100 miles an hour, and that can be showing up in a multitude of ways. So it's like, breathe and slow down your energy, calm, slow, relaxed, deep diaphragmatic breaths. If there's any tightness anywhere in your body, whether it's mental tightness, emotional tightness, physical tightness, tell yourself to ease up, soften, relax, whatever languaging feels good to your nervous system. Sometimes people tense up even more when you tell them to relax. Maybe soften. You can tell yourself, okay, it's okay to soften. If you feel like there's any knots, like in your stomach or anywhere, just okay, loosen those knots, loosen those muscles. And then just allow yourself to be in this present moment and whatever is there. Now, if there's a lot of uncomfortable sensations coming up, and it could be just dealing with feelings, right? Real challenging feelings, panic, anxiety, it could be resentment, bitterness, anything that doesn't feel quote unquote good, right? There's another video that I have that goes into detail how to process out those emotions. A lot of the times we want to dissociate from the present moment because we don't know how to deal with the feelings that are here, right? And when we allow ourselves to get grounded, what we were not understanding is that it can be very difficult for us to breathe and calm down and relax and soften, because we are subconsciously hardening up and contracting to keep those challenging emotions and triggers and feelings from coming to the awareness of our conscious mind, right? Because we haven't had up until this point the ability or the tools to know how to process those triggers and those emotions. So if you are new to this channel, you haven't seen any of my readings before, I have another channel here on YouTube. There is a specific video though that is linked in the description box below. There's actually two of them. Check them out. One of them is how to stop manifesting separation, okay, between you and, it says your SP for a specific person, but you can plug whatever the manifestation you want in there, okay? And then after you watch that video is going to mention another video. It's the actual process for processing out triggers and emotional baggage and uncomfortable feelings. You might think of it as like what to do when you're spiraling, when you feel like you're emotionally and mentally spiraling. That other video mentioned, it's called Releasing the Wants, will help you with that, okay? Because when we tend to get grounded and we do get in the present moment, that's when all the stuff, which actually, you know, has been keeping us from being able to make progress towards the experiences we've been wanting to have, that's when all that shit comes up. And so it's nice to have the tools and the ability and the knowledge how to deal with those so you can process them out and get them out of your energy fields, okay? And then we got get grounded, and then one of the ways, another way to get grounded, and this is also, so when you're getting grounded, you know, just because a lot of those, you know, you might be spiraling when you get grounded, right? Now, you will feel the spiraling start to slow as you know, start to calm your energy down and stuff like that, and as you start to feel more safe in the present moment and in your body. Just because you have a lot of those uncomfortable feelings coming up, that doesn't mean you're not grounded. It just means that things that have been getting in the way of you experiencing your manifestation in 3D reality is coming up for you to get rid of, right? Clearing that block and stuff like that. Deal with those first, and then, you know, one of the things that you can do after you've cleared away all of that energy, you can get grounded in the present moment by what it says here, doing a gratitude rampage. List 10 things you're thankful for. You can start there, but you can definitely take it further, right? So this is how you're going to bridge the gap to get where you're at versus where you want to be, okay? Get grounded, gratitude exercises, and then a message about your manifestation, about that bridge. Is mending. So I am gonna read from the book. "52 Mending." It says essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. And I'm going to read, let's see, because it has both the oracle message, and then it also has one for relationship and one for prosperity. It just depends on what you're wanting to manifest, right? The overall message says, each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal, which is the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. This is how you set yourself free. The message for people who are wanting to manifest a relationship, okay? This says, you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you are to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything that you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? And we've already talked about that with getting grounded and then thankful for. Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and the honest redress. Okay, so for those of you if you're wanting to manifest, say, marriage or a specific person, or just, a new love relationship altogether, there's a specific message coming here. And again, this is a general reading, you guys. If it does not resonate, if you absolutely don't want to do this, that's up to you. Just follow your heart, follow love, okay? There is some emotional baggage, though, that needs to be addressed. Forgiveness, and I know a lot of people are like, but forgiveness, dropping that debt is for you, not for the other person. If you feel like you are owed a debt by somebody, and if that person is either unable to, pay back that debt, or even if they're unwilling, okay, the thing here, the message here is to drop the need and the craving, and maybe even the desire to have that debt paid, or maybe dropping the desire to want to punish them. Leave that up to karma, right? Leave that up to the universe to settle that debt for you, and forgive that person, and allow yourself to move on. We're not saying let go of the debt, but that person, your need for, and it's like you're giving the power to that person, right? And so give the power instead, take your power back from that and give it to the universe for the universe to settle. There was also a message coming through using, I'm hearing grace. I wasn't going to say that, but grace is coming through. Extending grace to that person, maybe seeing if you can see things through a different lens. You know, is there other reasons why they may have showed up and behaved the way that they did? Because there's, you know, it's true when people say hurting people hurt people. That is true, especially when the hurt person is very unconscious, they're not awakened, you know what I mean, when they're asleep. A lot of projection starts to happen. They are not seeing things clearly. But something else that was coming up, if one of your intentions is to manifest like a successful, whether you're wanting to manifest a reunion with somebody or just a successful marriage, a new relationship, or what have you, you know, an exercise to try is, you know, we tend to focus on all the things that we didn't like about a person and the experience that we had with that person. Right? And go ahead and allow yourself to process all of the feelings that, you know, the resentment, all the triggers, you know, the anger, the sadness, the grief, or whatever. And then allow yourself to you know, to feel thankful for maybe some of the good things. What are some of the lessons that you're thankful that they have taught you? And are there any good memories that you have? Because part of being receptive and calling in things is when we focus on, you know, whatever our focus is on, that's what we're creating more of. So part of allowing ourselves to be receptive to having better, you know, experiences or just experiences that we're wanting to have is where our focus is at. So, you know, when your mind tends to go back to that relationship or that person, switch your focus to, okay, yeah, there's a lot of things that I did not like about that person. There's a lot of things that I wish not to, you know, a lot of experiences that I don't want to duplicate. What are some of the experiences that I had with that person that I'm actually truly thankful for? Like, what did I experience with that person that I would love to experience with someone else? Or maybe, you know, for those of you where that person might still be in your life, what are some experiences with that person that I wouldn't mind actually having again, right? Start to train your focus on the things to be thankful for, all right? All right, moving on to prosperity message for those of you where your intention includes manifesting in more money, more abundance, more prosperity. It says, everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, you lost sight of long-term sustainable prosperity. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone else. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. And so, not to be triggering you guys, I know a lot of people can view messages of forgiveness, especially if they're feeling very triggered still, right? And it's perfectly okay if you are feeling triggered. Not, you know, it's okay, and it's you know, allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling. That is an energy that needs to be, you know, cleared out of your system. And when you're ready, right? When you're ready, switch your focus to, okay, now that, you know, I know everything that was crappy about that situation. Let's switch the focus to, okay, what was actually awesome about that situation? And even if it's just one or two things, right? Even if it's just, oh, okay, I feel thankful for the lesson that it taught me. I feel thankful for the red flags that I'm now able to see very, very clearly that I won't miss next time. Just, you know, things of that nature, okay, pile one. All right, you guys, I hope that this helped you. If it did, please do me a favor. Make sure you are smashing that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. Yeah, become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an upload. And I will see you guys at your next pick a card reading. Bye, guys. Hello, pile two. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing a pick a card reading where we are utilizing, or specifically for those of you that like to work with the moon magic. It doesn't have to be though, okay? But for those of you where maybe you would like, you know, some kind of a ritual to do, or, you know, yeah, this is going to be for you. But if you're not somebody that wants to work with the moon, you don't have to in order to, you know, utilize the information that is in this video. All right, it is timeless. So, you know, whatever new moon magic you want to work or full moon magic, it's up to you, whatever you feel led to do. What we're going to do in this video, you guys, is we're going to find out how can we bridge the gap to get you from, you know, where you're at regarding your manifestation or the intention that you're wanting to set to actually experiencing it in 3D reality. All right, you guys, so just keep in mind, pile two, this is a general reading. Just take whatever resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. And yeah, we're going to get started. So you guys were drawn to the blue Aragonite palm stone. All right, let me see. We're going to get current energies of where you're at. So we got Justice in reverse, Devil in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And we got a car alarm going off in the back just as soon as we started drawing. All right, let's find out. We got show off your sparkle, back to basics, and then we got the fates. Okay, but I'm going to put these over here. We'll get to those here in a little bit, but we're going to look at these energies here. All right, let's see. Justice in reverse, the Devil in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune all in reverse. Let's find out why Justice is in reverse. I feel like in regards to whatever your intention may be, whether it's love or whether you're manifesting in like marriage or a specific person or business or whatever it may be, I feel like there may be a clearing of karma. There's something going on with you guys, though, where it's like there's feelings here of something not feeling fair. There might be, I don't know if you're comparing your journey to other people's journeys, or you feel like you're putting in the work, but you're not getting the results. And maybe you see someone else not putting in the work and they're getting the results, or something like that with Justice in reverse. But let's look at what's going on there. With Justice in reverse, though, and the Devil in reverse, I feel like right now you're currently, whether you're aware of it or not, you are currently in that phase of like clearing away old negative karma. And you're doing a good job of it because we have the Devil in reverse. And so you're actually, believe it or not, whether you are noticing it, you're making some headway. Okay? You're making some headway. The intention that you're wanting to set may have roots in, you know, feeling safe, feeling grounded, or wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel grounded, wanting something to be more reliable, more consistent, more responsible. Why is Justice in reverse here? The Fool. the unknown. We got the Seven of Wands in reverse, and then the King of Cups in reverse. There is some fear here that's coming through that has to do with starting along a whole new path. You're being prepped for that. Whatever this Fool is, you're being prepped for that. Whether you're aware of it or not, pile 2, like what you're going through is actually part of prep for that path, right? Again, with the Devil being in reverse here, you are making some headway, whether that's what the 3D looks like or not. So, I mean, that's good news, okay? What does this Fool have to do? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. For a lot of you, I feel this has to do with like money, business. And again, if it doesn't, we're looking at the root of it. For those of you where your intention is to manifest in love, there's a desire here for more stability, wanting to feel stable, wanting to feel safe, wanting to experience something, whether that is love or a relationship or money or income or business, wanting to experience something where it's predictable, it's stable, it's consistent, it's reliable. Like, you know, with the Fool here, there's a lot of unknowns. Not knowing when, and the desire being wanting that thing to stabilize, that, you know what I mean, that experience, wanting to feel stabilized in that experience. Let's find out what the Devil in reverse, let's find out. Let's clarify the Devil in reverse. Queen of Swords. You know what your limitations are. You know what your blocks are. You know how you've been self-sabotaging. And I do feel a lot of you have been actively been doing healing work, shadow work, working on, like, you know, your inner dialogue, your triggers, getting, you know, so for those, so what you're doing, and this is actually beautiful, you are becoming stabilized within. You're learning how to become more consistent within yourself. And that's why, like, the back to basics is here. It's because I feel, pile 2, a lot of you are understanding that 3D reality is 100% a mirror reflection of your inner reality. And so for you guys are like, I feel it, you guys know, and with back to basics here, this is just confirmation for you guys. It's like going back to the drawing board, going back to square one. Knowing that if you want to experience, you know, a money situation or a love situation or something where that the money is showing up consistently, or, you know, the person that you're wanting to manifest is showing up consistently, you know, money is stabilized, that relation is stabilized. It's like you understand that you have to get stabilized within first, right? So the good news here, you guys, the path that you're on, you're doing really good. Let's find out what the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. I just saw the Four of Wands at the back of the deck, which can talk about stability, right? Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse? Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here? The Lovers in reverse. Let's clarify the Lovers in reverse real quick. got the Lovers in the reverse being clarified by the Queen of Cups. This feels like a decision. Yeah, the Lovers in reverse feels like a decision. We had all these energies about fearing the unknown. You know, that's what the Fool, I mean, it's a path, right? Maybe it's a whole path that you've never been down before. And with the Queen of Pentacles being in the reverse, you know, desiring maybe the want and the need to experience, you know, maybe for the first time in your life, a sense of security, a sense of I'm okay and everything's going to be okay. And, you know, I know what tomorrow's going to bring, and I can rest easy because, you know, there's not going to be any, you know, like the floor's not going to drop underneath me, right? The Lovers in reverse talks about not making a decision or delaying making a decision. And maybe you're feeling a little bit of resistance on making that decision. And the energy that's coming through here is, it's like lead with the heart. What is your heart saying? What does love say? What does your intuition say? You know, what does peace say? And it's like, go with that. You know, even in the midst of, maybe this is for those of you that don't know what path to take. It's like, okay, you can sit at this crossroads as long as you need to. Come to the present moment and allow yourself, allow your heart to tell you, okay? Now, we're not talking, a lot of people get it twisted, all right? There's the mind, and then there's the heart. The heart is the seat of your intuitive self, okay? The heart has been given a bad rap, like, oh, you know, heartbroken and my heart's led me astray. It's never been your heart that's led you astray. It's been a wounded ego, okay? It's been fear of pain, fear of rejection. None of that is the heart, okay? That's all a wounded ego. And so, you know, allowing yourself to sit at whatever this crossroads is, whatever, you know, there may be a path where it's like, okay, I know this path is familiar. You guys are really being called to go down a path, though, where it's not so familiar. It may even be completely foreign and alien to you, with that full energy that came up earlier. Like, we're talking about a whole brand new path, okay? It's unfamiliar. It's new territory. The energies coming through for you guys, pile 2, is, you know, to take the path that you're least familiar with, the path of the unknown, right? And if you allow yourself to settle, really settle in your heart, follow your, you know, follow love, follow your intuitive nudgings, there's gonna be a peace there that comes with that, right? Yeah, with 4 of Pentacles at the back of the deck, there is a message coming through for you guys. I don't know. It's not as urgent with you guys as I felt like it was for pile 1. I feel like you guys are, you know, grounded in yourselves enough to understand that, okay, you know, it's okay for me to sit here and get grounded and allow my higher self, or, you know, that sense of higher knowing to show me, to highlight which way to go. Letting peace, you know, guide you, if that makes sense. What's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? I just heard working against time. There's the Tower. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are in surrender. You guys, you know, you're working with the Tower energy. You're not resisting it. You're in full, you guys know that you're clearing out old karma. You guys know that you're clearing out, you know, shadows, and, you know, you're conquering inner demons. And, you know, it's almost like you see that there's different paths ahead of you. And as you continue to clear out old karma and conquer inner demons, paths start to remove themselves. And it's like it starts to get more clear. The more shadow work you do, the more inner demons you conquer, the more karma you clear, it gets, you know, more clear every time you do that, because the paths are eliminating themselves. It's going to get clear to you exactly what path to go down, and there's going to be an inner peace about it, right? It's because you're not resisting this tower moment. You know, those paths are being removed and eliminated for your benefit. Those doors are being closed for your benefit. Regardless of what it looks and feels like. I know there's a lot of, you know, fears being triggered, and, you know, emotional baggage maybe being highlighted, and there's might be thorns being, you know, messed with. And as you continue to go through this work, a lot of that stuff is being removed and being ejected, I'm hearing, out of your system. Yeah, you guys, I feel the need to really congratulate you and to keep encouraging you. Like, you're doing exactly what it is that you need to do to experience, or to have the experiences that you're really wanting to have. You're doing it. You're doing it. So it's like, keep doing it, right? This is just encouragement and letting you know, like, you're doing a great job, okay? You're doing an awesome job. Right now, things feel stagnant, and that's okay. It's not actually stagnant, though, if you will really kind of see, because things are moving and adjusting in the way that they need to be. Like I said, it's still movement. Even though doors are closing and paths are being removed and eliminated, that's because you're being guided down the exact path that you need to go. It's the shortest point from point A to point B, right? So while it looks like choices are being removed, and maybe you have certain feelings about that, if you look at it from a higher perspective, the universe is removing all the longest straws, right? I hope that makes sense, okay? All right, let's go to the bridge, because now we know where you're at, and now we're going to talk about bridging the gap, okay? So we got back to basics, which is exactly what you're doing right now. You're going, you know, I can see you guys. There's multiple paths. I'm seeing 4. Okay, there's multiple paths, and maybe there's been some confusion about which path to go down. But like I said, as you are going through these tower moments and working with that tower energy, working, you know, that tower energy is helping to conquer demons and clear old karma and all that stuff, do the shadow work. You know, paths are being eliminated so that you know exactly which path to go down, right? We got back to basics. You're doing that. You know, you're at square one. It feels uncomfortable for a lot of you, because it's like you want to get moving down that path. And you're being held in place even though it feels stagnant, because once you get that green light to go, you know, you're going to get straight from point A to point B in the fastest way possible. It's like, what you're not understanding, oh, this makes a lot of sense. What you're not understanding is like, yeah, you can start taking action down any of the paths if you wanted to, but you guys are being very, you know, smart is what's coming through. You guys are very intelligent. You're, you know, you're yielding. What's that word? Yeah, it's smart. You're being very, you're being guided, okay? And you're allowing yourselves to be guided. So what you're not seeing is like, yeah, you can go down this path over here. It looks like, yeah, I could go down this path right here, right now. I wouldn't have to wait or anything. I could go down path D, right? But what you're not seeing is like path D, there's no mode of transportation there. You would have to walk that path, right? Yeah, you can make some forward moving progress, but it's not going to be as fast as if you were, say, to go down path C, where there's like a bike there, right? A little bit faster, right? But then, you know, so path D is being eliminated, path C is being eliminated. You're like, oh man, you know, and then it's like, oh, okay, we got path A and path B. Path B is like, oh, cool, there's a car to get me from point A to point B on path B, right? But then what you're not realizing is on path A, it's like a flippin' like rocket ship that can go warp speed. That can get you there instantly, right? And so that's an amazing analogy to let you guys know. It's like if doors are closing, just know that they're closing for your benefit. It's happening for your benefit, because the path that you're being guided down is going to get you from point A to point B instantly, okay? Instantly. Let's find out what, let's see, is it show off your sparkle and shine from the inside? The High Priestess. You already know, like, yeah, you're being guided by your higher self, essentially, because there is a part of you that can see the end from the beginning. There's a part of you that is like, dude, just chill out for a second. You know, just chill out, because the path that you're getting ready to go down, yeah, you could have been walking down this already, but by the time, you know, it's like you're not seeing how how the tower moment is actually benefiting you. You're not seeing how, you know, with your 3D eyes, you're not seeing how beneficial everything is, but there's a part deep within you that is inherently sensing that, right? There's a message coming through for some of you too, like you doing what you're doing is actually allowing you to become more sensitive to that voice, to your, you know, the guidance of the universe, of your higher self, of source. You're becoming more psychic, you're becoming more intuitive, you're becoming more sensitive. It's like, man, more powerful, more attractive in terms of like magnetic, you know, calling in the things that you need to get you from point A to point B. Let's see, as far as fates go, that's going to be a message regarding your manifestation. And there's going to be an overall message, and then there's also going to be, you know, a message there for those of you wanting to, where your intention involves a relationship or love, and then there's a message for those of you where your intention involves money and prosperity, okay? So, essential meaning for the fates, it says fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change and knowing what those things are. So yeah, with justice in reverse, that can talk about, like we said, karma that's clearing out, negative karma, challenging karma. You know, it's uprooting some of the seeds that you may have sown back before you were aware what those seeds were, right? And so that's all that you're doing right now. You're kind of in your field and you're like, oh, I didn't realize I was sowing that kind of seed and I don't want that harvest anymore. It's, you know, it's like you're in your field and you're looking at what's already harvested, what's already bloomed and blossomed, and you're like, yeah, I don't like that. Right? And so you're effectively right now, you're going back to the basics. You know, you're burning down the harvest of what you're not wanting to have anymore. You're uprooting that stuff. You're making the soil fertile ground again so that you can finally start to sow seed that's going to reap harvest that you actually want to experience, okay? Is the best way that I can put it. And so even though it feels stagnant, like even though you feel like you're not making any forward moving motion, you're actually doing the best thing for you right now, because once you get to the point where you're able to start sowing seed, right? Which you are doing even now, you know, so just keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna, you know, those harvests are gonna blossom and bloom like immediately, and it's gonna be 100-fold, right? Because you sow one seed, that's gonna, you know, that's gonna reap a harvest where those plants come with fruits, and each single fruit has hundreds of seeds within that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, just be patient is the overall message. You're actually doing exactly what it is you're supposed to be doing. You're on point, okay? So the overall message about, you know, the intention, it says the Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of the card, which is the fates. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in the cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. So for those of you that are wanting, where your intention involves like manifesting in love or a relationship, your message is that other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result. And so for those of you wanting to manifest love and that is your intention, it can talk about allowing others to be who they are. So this is going to be for those of you where if you're going out on dates and you're having a hard time, it's like, what's the message that's wanting to flesh through? Let's see how that has to do. Give me a second, you guys. The fates for people wanting to manifest in love and marriage, please. Love and or marriage, or a specific person. The Magician. Let's get one more. Okay, yeah. It's making peace. Okay, dropping all the shoulds. Allow a person to be who they are. Allow them to show up exactly how they're going to show up. And if they are showing up in a way that is not consistent or aligned to the kind of relationship dynamic that you're wanting to have, you can still bless them, be thankful and feel thankful for, you know, whatever part they're playing in your life at this point in time, but let that version of them go, right? And keep that space open energetically for whomever that person is that is going to perfectly fit that dynamic for you, okay? This can be speaking about maybe for those of you where you are, you know, one of those paths that we were shown, that I've been shown, may include an actual specific person. And what you're not understanding and realizing is, like, you know, the other paths can include this old version of this person where they might be showing up in a way that you're like, I love that person and I want a relationship with that person, but I don't want the relationship, I don't want them as they're showing up, because the relationship dynamic is not one that I want to continue manifesting. So it's like that path is being eliminated. Now, not to say that that person can't change and inherently become a version of themselves that will eventually align, right? There's another path that can be there. But what is happening is, like, you're being guided to hold off, right? For whatever path A is, whatever the rocket is. It's like, you see what I'm saying? And so that person could be, you know, path A, or it could be a whole other person, where, you know, a whole other person can come in and give you exactly the kind of relationship dynamic that you want. Whereas if you were to wait and hold off for this person to become the version, yeah, that can happen, but you may end up waiting longer, if that makes sense. But it's just all about trusting things as they are unfolding and continuing to go back to basics in terms of just, you know, becoming within yourself what it is you're wanting to experience in the outside world. So if you're wanting to experience a relationship or a business where that relationship or that business is producing results in a timely, responsible, reliable, consistent manner, it's like you yourself are becoming that. I hope that makes sense. For those of you that aren't really aware of, whether you're in the law of attraction camp or law of assumption camp, whether you agree that like attracts like, or if you just believe that, everyone and everything is you pushed out, it really all kind of boils back to the same thing. It's like we're manifesting and creating what we already are. Okay, so in other words, whatever you're feeling is what you're manifesting 24/7. And so if you're constantly in a state of, feeling frustrated, feeling uncertain, feeling fearful, or just, anything like that, we're going to continue to manifest circumstances and relationships and events that keep us in that state of uncertainty, keep us in that state of always feeling threatened, always waiting for always feeling like we got to prepare ourselves for the other shoe to drop. Going back to basics means we have to find a space within ourselves where no matter what's happening in the outside world, we always feel sturdy. We always feel safe. We always feel not even prepared. Like there's nothing to prepare for. We're always safe. We always feel safe. We always feel supported. We always feel taken care of. Our own inner energy is reliable. It's consistent. We are the rock, right? We are grounded. And so if you're not quite sure exactly how to do that, which I do believe a lot of you are, because I'm seeing here where you are in the process of doing that. But for those of you who might appreciate maybe another tool in your toolbox in terms of that, doing shadow work, clearing away old karma, things of that nature, check the description box below. There are a couple of videos linked. One of them is called How to Stop Manifesting Separation. And it says how to stop manifesting separation between like you and your specific person, but you can plug whatever, it is. How to stop manifesting between you and, a successful business, or separation between you and, marriage, or whatever it may be, right? And then the second video to watch after that, and it will be referenced in that video, is called Releasing the Wants, okay? So go check that out. And then, let's see, we're going to get to the last one for those of you who are wanting to, your intention involves manifesting prosperity. The prosperity message says, your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept, quote unquote, what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you cannot see that has been determined by the fates. Which the fates, you guys, it's like, it's all you, right? You set an intention. Your higher self can see the end from the beginning. And so, your intention and your desire to want to experience that intention, at the quickest point possible, you've given the universe, your higher self, source, whatever, the green light to be like, okay, just close off any path that's not congruent to me experiencing that as soon as possible, right? Anyway, it could be a situation you are unprepared for and you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight the situation, write it out. And so what that's talking about is that tower moment, which you guys I believe are already doing. You are in complete surrender. You're not resisting the tower moment. Things are shaking up in your life and you're allowing it to happen. Write it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. The serenity you need, the peace you need, that inner groundedness, right? It's like, even though the entire world may look like it's shaking and rumbling and, earthquakes and tornadoes and stuff, there's an inner rock within you. It's like the sturdiest of shelters. And it's like, yeah, you see, it's like an external apocalypse going on, right? But internally, you're safe. You're grounded. Nothing can harm you, right? The last, and it says you will indeed flourish. Okay, so that's the message to wrap up your guys' reading about, you know, manifesting in your intention. Despite what it looks like, you are going to flourish, okay? You will reach point B. You will get your intention. Okay, you guys, that was your message. I hope that it resonated, pile 2. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If this reading helped you out in any way, if it added any value to your life in any manner, do me a favor. You can show your thanks or your appreciation by smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Okay, you guys? I'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are back doing another pick a card reading. This particular reading is going to help with whatever your intentions may be. I made it specifically for those of you who enjoy maybe doing like moon magic rituals, but you can definitely use, you know, the information in this reading even without, you know, doing a moon magic ritual. Okay, so it's timeless, you guys. So whenever you're watching this video, you can utilize the information that, you know, I channel at this time, whether, you know, you use it for a new moon or for a full moon, or, you know, whether you do it without a, you know, well, anyway, we'll just get to it. My gosh, my energies are super scattered, so I don't know if maybe that has something to do with what's going to come through here. Okay, you guys, so just keep in mind, pile 3, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. If the message overall does not resonate, then that just simply means this probably is not your pile. You can either pick another pile or maybe choose another reading. Okay, so let's see, pile 3, you guys were drawn to the beautiful Ametrine, amethyst slash citrine. We'll put that over here. Let's get the overall energies of what's going on here. Let's see, so we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, you got the Queen of Wands in the upright position, and then we also have the 4 of Swords. Okay. I just heard all systems go. Like, you got the green light. You do have the green light. Even though with the Chariot in reverse, it feels like there's nothing happening right now. And we'll find out what's going on and why that is, okay? First, we're going to find out what's going on. This is where you're at. The tarot here is where you're at in regards to your manifestation. You're good to go is the message that's coming through. I am seeing here where, though, we're kind of at a stopping point. We got the Chariot in reverse, and then we also have the 4 of Swords. So we're kind of in a resting period. I'm hearing pile 3, the purpose of that is, and then we got sleep on it. Okay, that makes sense. The next, whatever the next step that is taken, or the next level, whatever that may be, what I'm hearing is that you're kind of at a stopping point right now. It's like what I'm seeing is like a car, or like you're on a trip, and you know how you pull off sometimes into like a rest area, maybe to stretch your legs, maybe to take a nap, or maybe to, you know, fuel up, whether you're fueling up the car or you're, you know, you're taking a break, right? It's a resting, it's a pit stop, right? So yeah, there isn't any forward movement going on right now, but the reason why that is because you're in the process of fueling back up. You're resting up. You are getting fueled up for the next level. You're building up your energetic reserves. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so obviously this is just, you know, if things feel stagnant, if things feel here, let me see what's going on with the Chariot in reverse. Because I'm hearing that you still have the green light. The path is wide open, I'm hearing, but why is the Chariot in reverse? Like, you could move if you wanted to. That might be what it is. You might feel led. Like, you know that you could if you wanted to, but it's like you understand maybe you're running on fumes. Oh, you're feeling tired. Okay, pile 3, are you feeling confused? Is there a thing with you where you feel like you're super tired all the time, you're feeling fatigued, and it just feels like every little thing that you're doing is requiring a lot more of your energy? There's a message here for you to go ahead and just kind of, it's okay. Like, it's temporary. It's okay to rest. Like, there might be this innate drive for you to be like, you may have a hard time resting. You may have a hard time just surrendering to, like, your body is just like, no, I'm tired. And I'm talking to those of you where this tiredness and this fatigue is actually translating into, like, you physically feel tired all the time, right? You might be taking naps, you know, where maybe you've never taken naps before. You might be sleeping longer than you're used to sleeping. You might, this may feel like a period of isolation where, you know, your mind, like, there's something that's still very energetic about you, but your body is like, nope. No, you know, the desire is still there to want to take action, to want to go and do, but there's also something where it's like, no, yes, I would love to be more social, I would love to be more productive, I would love, you know, it's like you're consciously aware of things that need to be done, but then at the same time there's a part of you that is actually winning out where you're like, we're not doing none of that. I'm tired, I want to rest, and that's happening for a reason. Let's find out what, I want to see what the Three of Pentacles is. I was able to channel what was going on with the Chariot. I'm going to clarify everything anyway. Let's see, the Three of Pentacles, clarify the Three of Pentacles. There's the Chariot in reverse again. Yeah, see? The Three of Pentacles talks about working together towards something. And so this time of rest, because we got the Chariot showing up twice now, both in reverse. This is scripted. This is needed. And when I said scripted, yeah, I both meant like this was in the stars, it's written in, but I'm also hearing like scripted in terms of like what was prescribed by a doctor, okay? And that could be, some of you pile 3 could have had a doctor tell you, yeah, you need to get more rest and whatnot. This is part of the plan. You pulling your energy back from taking any action, from making forward moves in the business, from being more social, from, you know, being more physically active is part of the plan. It's part of it. And I know that there might be some of you where in your mind you're like, I'm wasting time. You know, I need to be doing this and I need to be doing that. And there's an energy coming through. There's a message coming through where it's like, if you could only see what's happening energetically, you know, it's almost like, and I don't know if this is true because I don't have an electric car, okay? What I'm seeing though, you guys, is like, okay, so like I'm seeing an electric car and the battery is almost dead, right? And what I'm seeing happen here is like there's a point where the battery, the engine, the whole unit, where when it starts to get to a certain point as far as the battery goes, it goes into like, what do they call that? Low battery mode, where things are still operational, but you're not moving as fast. You can't move as fast even if you wanted to. But if you would allow yourself to stop and recharge and that battery fully recharges, then it's like all systems go. Yeah, you can move forward right now because I'm still seeing a green light. But what's happening is like when that battery is fully charged, there's power is able to go to back to all working systems within the car, and you're no longer in low battery mode and you're able to go faster, right? And so you feel like you're not making any progress, but the fact that you are being still and you're allowing yourself to recharge is actually going to help you gain more ground. I hope that makes sense. And so that's just a way to kind of appease or pacify that part of you that's like, I gotta go, go, go. No, it's okay. This is part of it. This is part of gaining ground. If you were to continue going now, you're just gonna be, you know, expending way more energy and making far less ground. I hope that makes sense, okay? Is there anything that wants to be added for the Chariot in reverse? I'm hearing no. All right, what's the Queen of Wands? The Page of Swords. What's this have to do with pile 3's intention? Okay. Part of this may, if you guys have been feeling the draw to like get off of social media or just not look at social media for a while, that might actually do you some good. We got the Four of Cups here clarifying the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords can talk about online activities. This may just be a draw for you to just not deal with online activities, just period. I don't know if maybe, you know, you're watching the news a lot, or there's something about maybe your online activities that could affect your level of either self-esteem or confidence, or just, you know, but with the Queen of Wands in the upright position, that energy feels good. But it's like, you know, this is just maybe a heads up for those of you where there might be something about online activities, about social media, maybe online dating or something, the news, right? Where it could be draining that battery. So you might want to unplug from that. But with the Queen of Wands in the upright position, I feel like a lot of you are already doing that, or at least a lot of you are already monitoring the kind of information that you get from online and just information overall. Be sure to, let's see, what's being refused here. Bad news. I just keep hearing bad news. Just monitor what it is, like, you know, news feeds. Just be very careful, because something about online activities, okay, that is a drain on that battery that we were talking about earlier. And just be very careful about what kinds of information you're allowing yourself to really attach to, or take awareness of, or put your focus on. Okay, yeah, with the Magician at the bottom of the deck, that's going to have a direct that's going to have a direct effect on manifesting that intention, because it has, you know, a direct effect on your energy levels. Just be very careful about the information you pay attention to, okay? And be very careful about how you let things affect your overall energy. What's the Four of Swords here? There's Magician. Yeah, this time of rest is absolutely needed. Okay, the Magician is clarifying the Four of Swords. This is part of manifesting that intention, is this period of rest, okay? Yeah, with that Fool, you're getting ready to go down a whole new path. This is why you're recharging. I'm feeling like there's a whole next level or a milestone or something's you're getting ready to start a whole another part of the journey that maybe you've never been down before. And it's like you're not understanding that how this time of rest is benefiting you, is preparing you for that next, I'm hearing next level, okay? Next level journey. All right, so All right, now that we've talked about that, now we're going to find out how to bridge the gap to get from where you're at, which we've largely talked about it, and we have sleep on it, literally. It's like sleep on it. Allow yourself to rest. If you, this is literal, you know, if if you feel like you need to sleep, then sleep, right? If you feel like you need to, whatever it is you're feeling like you need to do, it's just this whole thing about resting. And then it says, commit to self-care rituals, whatever that may be. Some stuff that is coming through though, like drink more water. Drink a lot of water, I'm hearing. This is pertaining to your actual physical body. This is gonna be, I don't know, this may resonate for some of you. You guys let me know in the comment box below. I'm hearing for some of you, your physical body is going through some kind of a transformation because you're getting ready. God, this is a whole nother video. You're getting ready to house or embody even more of your divine energy. And our bodies kind of have to acclimate, and it takes our bodies time to acclimate to being able to embody and house permanently, more of our divine energy, right? More of our higher selves. And so part of that is, yes, drinking a lot of water, eating more raw vegetables. I'm hearing this is very specific information. Eating more raw vegetables, raw fruits, eating more foods that are as close to nature and as unprocessed as possible. Some of you're being guided to like grow your own foods, and that's like, yes, do that. Okay. There's information coming through for some of you to do like a lemon cleanse. Lemon is specifically coming through, like lemon water. Wow, a lot of you, the information on detoxifying. Getting your body ready to house a lot more of your divine energy. Whew, man. Let's find out what's going on with poised in reverse. This is a message about your intention. What's 48? So I think that's the very last one. No, that's not. Okay. Hold on, you guys. 49. Okay. So poised in reverse, and that's called a protection message. It says you're not ready to move forward at this time. That's what I just said. It says you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Yeah, and it's saying that's okay. This saying, the book itself is saying that has to be okay. And that's basically been the overall message here. Like, you're being prepped, you're being prepared for the next level. And the next level for a lot of you, pile 3, feels like it requires more. It requires that your body is biologically, cellularly, physiologically able to house more of your divine energy, because whatever the next level is, that's part of it, right? And so you're going through some kind of an actual physical upgrade in order to go to the next level, whatever that may be. Okay, so this is actually needed. Like, you not moving forward, you being in the rest area, you recharging and all this other stuff, detoxifying. This is part of it. This is part of the preparation. It feels like you're not making any moves forward, but you actually are. This is part of you making progress, okay? Going on with the message here, it says, Be poised in the face of demands. Okay, be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it could land you in some muck now. It could land you in some mud now, okay? This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. Let's see, it says it's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. I'm not really quite sure what that means. Poised being in the reverse can talk about like feeling like you maybe you feel like you're a hot mess, right? Feeling like you don't have it all together, unraveling, not having it all together, and that can have a lot to do with maybe how people are, you know, not just how other people, like there's an energy here where I feel you guys normally just have, it's just a lot of energy. You're just doing a lot, right? And that may be part of your identity, and that's fine. But at the same time, you know, you are also human in a human body. And so if you hit a wall, it's okay to be human, right? So like you don't always have to be poised. You don't always have to be put together. In fact, you are, the time that you're in right now, it's like you are being unraveled, right? There's an unraveling going on here because things are happening in a way to prepare you effectively for the next level. You know, for those of you where you do feel like you're being unraveled, it's so that you can be put back together stronger. You see what I mean? So like, say if you were previously made of like, you know, maybe some real flimsy like thread, like cloth thread, right? And you're being unraveled so that you can be made and put back together with thread maybe made of like some badass kind of steel or something. I mean, there's something going on here. It's for your benefit, right? And so there's a lot up here about maybe dropping some responsibilities, even possibly letting others down. And that may be something else. Maybe you feel bad because it's like, I should be doing better at, I don't know, maybe being a mom or being a wife, you know, being a significant other, being a parent, being a business owner, being a coworker. I should be better at doing that. And you're feeling bad because, you know, all you want to do is sleep, rest. All you want to do is withdraw your energy and you know, and so it's allowing others to, you know, allowing yourself to be like, it's okay. You know, it's okay for you to be there for yourself and to have this time to yourself. It's okay, because in the end, it's going to make you an even better parent, an even better business owner, an even better, you know, coworker, an even better spouse, or whatever it may be. And if you weren't taking this time out for yourself, you know, that next level, either it wouldn't be achieved or it's not going to be achieved, you know, anytime soon. And so you're doing the absolute best for yourself. The absolute best for yourself. You're doing the absolute best for others, okay? We're going to go ahead and wrap it up there because I feel like I'm starting to like repeat myself, right? You guys got the message. Anyway, if this resonated, you guys, if it added any value, if it helped you out in any way, you can show your thanks and your appreciation by hitting that like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know how this resonated. Become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card video. Bye, Ball 3.